I had one guy come in the comment, you don't know what you're doing, man. You got that machine and now you don't even have work for it. But you know, when you make statements like that, dude, you're showing how ignorant you really are, because in your own statement, people that don't know what they're doing, they don't come up with $45,000 to buy a machine, okay? Can you let go of 45 grand on a machine and finance 34, 38, whatever I finance? Can you do that? I don't think you can. And I'm not saying that it's impossible for people, but I realize and understand people, and most of the time when people come in the comments stupid, they're stupid, right? So just look at it like this. You saying I don't know what I'm doing? Okay, I'll bite. Just think what I could do if I did know what I was doing, if I'm able to do this and not know what I'm doing. He's a dumbass. Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. It's Thursday morning. It's probably gonna be the last dry day for the next 3 or 4 days. So I'm going back over here to the bamboo site. Gonna do another $500 over there. I don't know what else I can, say. I got, well, I got haters, man. I got haters, and the haters motivate Ray. So I appreciate you haters, man. Please like and subscribe. So today, I'm going over there solo. Well, a couple of things, because number one, if Bo goes with me, then he's going to have a lot of, well, not a lot, but he's going to have additional money. And we're not trying to, and I know somebody's going to say something negative, but Sarah and I are not trying to let Bo get too much money, because that's not good for him. So I'm just not going to work him today. She's got a doctor's appointment, and she's going to take him. She wants somebody to ride with her, but she can't hear. So, and that's her nephew. So that sounds good to me. I told Sarah, like, that's good, because the less money he has, in his pocket, the better. The only reason why he was able to work the last couple of days over there is the fact, well, number one, the fact that the owner is paying him, ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, I'm paying Bo, but I'm invoicing the owner for that exact amount. I'm not making anything on Bo over there. So I ain't making hardly nothing at $500 a day anyway, but I'm good with that. I'm grateful, actually. I'm better than good with that. So I'm going solo today, and that's okay. I'm trying to learn the machine, and if I go solo, then see, I can stay over there longer. Because with Bo over there, a guy on the ground in that kind of environment over there, well, they're only good for, and I would be, same thing if I was on the ground. They're only good for, 4 hours or so. Then, because everything's wide open over there. There's so much to do that we could do that I get overwhelmed. And so does the guys that work for me, and they want lunch and all that. See, I don't, and I know I might not be doing everything just right, but I don't take lunch out here. I don't normally eat lunch and then go back to work. When we work straight through, even during the summer, especially during the summer. Usually during the summer when we're doing the lawns, we'll work from 8 to 2. Typically. Now, sometimes it'll stretch over into 2:30, 3 o'clock, and sometimes even a little bit later, but very rarely are we out there past 2:30 or 3. Very rarely. So, but we don't take no lunch. So, well, man, Ray, you ought to go to lunch. I'm not going to eat lunch out here and continue to work. I got too much other stuff that I have to do in support of the, the back office stuff for me to be out here at 5 or 6 every day. But I don't want to. You know, at the end of the day, I don't want to. I'm self-employed, so every move I make is, well, a move that I make. And is a move that I make, whether it's a good move or a bad move, I'm the one that pays all the consequences. I know I got a lot of people coming out here, coming in the comments, they're hating on me hardcore about this machine. And I got one guy that says, man, I think it would have been smarter, man, if you would have tried a bunch of different machines and stuff. Well, the reason I'm going to say is, you know, so everybody will kind of understand. The reason I didn't rent, well, this guy was saying, hey man, you should have rented some machines and kind of, you know, felt around on which machine was best for you, you know, before you spent that kind of money. And well, when you rent a machine, you don't really have a choice of what they give you. I mean, it ain't like, you know, you'll have to take whatever's available. And I feel a certain type of way about renting a machine when I had the T190 here. I just felt like that just seemed bad news, especially when I knew that the only machines that I was going to buy, no matter what, had it would have to have the roll-up door, like I said yesterday. Any machine that didn't have the roll-up door, I was not going to buy. So once you make that statement, and once you know that from the research that I've done, and I have rented machines before, so I kind of know what Bobcat is, and I kind of know what cab. I rented a cat before. Now I never rented any track machine that was a cat. The only Bobcat machine that I ever rented was a track was when you know, mine was in the shop and they rented me one to finish up a job. That's T66, I think. Pretty good machine, but it wasn't any more powerful than my T190. This is a lot more powerful than my T190. So no, I did not go and rent a machine just to see. I just felt like if I did that 3 or 4 times, then you know, I'm spending money, and it's, you know, that's $2,000 more or whatever that I could throw toward the machine that I'm going to buy. When I'm going to end up buying the machine, this same machine anyway. By my thinking all along the way, ever since I was back, hell, ever since I started looking at machines 2 years ago, when I was in, you know, trying to get me a Takeuchi TL8, I mean, I knew then that I was not going to buy a machine with the door. I knew after I rented that T66 that one time, I knew it wasn't going to be a Bobcat unless it had a roll-up door. I mean, I can't, and I know y'all guys probably feel it in my passion out here. I can't emphasize enough that if you're going to buy a skid steer, don't buy one with the door opening up like this. I'm telling you, you're going to be sorry, especially if you've ever been on a machine that didn't have a door like my T190, because there's so many benefits to the door being up and out of your way. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You got to learn from the purchases that you do make, and you got to be smart about everything that you do. If you know, we all going to make mistakes, but you got to make little mistakes. You can't make a gargantuan mistake. So the only reason that I didn't, well, other than the money of renting, you know, a machine just to see, well, I'm not going to do that. Not knowing what I know now. If it was a Mini X or something that I've never owned before, and I don't have one, and I can rent one to do on a job and learn it that way, then okay, I would do that. But I just feel kind of backwards really, if I'm renting a machine to go do a job when I got a T190 sitting here at my house, and I got to do all the running around, the paperwork, I don't like spending my time like that, and maybe I'm wrong for that, right? But when you break it all the way, when you come back all the way around to the other side, I was not going to buy a machine that didn't have a roll-up door. The Takeuchi TL8, the Takeuchi brand, they offer the roll-up door. ASV offers the roll-up door, and so does Kubota. Well, we know the experience with Takeuchi. They won't even return a call because they can't get no machines. And so, yeah. And ASV, I've never even seen an ASV machine anywhere around here. Never. I don't know. I'm sure there's a dealer up in Atlanta somewhere. But, you know, My thinking still is, you know, you have to, you know, to me, another reason, even if I could have gotten a TL8, I probably would have gotten it. That might have been a better move, or it might not have been a better move. But based on the way the dealer that I was calling and emailing and they never returned my call, based on my experience with them, and them being an hour away, one way, and them not returning call, email, or nothing, based on all that, I probably wouldn't want to deal with that dealer anyway. So now we done checked off ASV because there's no dealer around. I never even seen one. And we done checked off Takeuchi because they won't return a call. What are we left with? That's right. And that's why I went on and did it. And I'm happy with the purchase. You know, very. And now, you know, I got to learn, of course. It's not, you know, a given that I can, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I will learn. I will get better. And I will make this machine be everything that I can make it be. I will. I have no doubt. I'm not on the fence. This machine was bought with money that I've saved up for ever since I've had the T190. So for guys to come in the comments and say, you know, you financed a $90,000 machine and don't even have work for it, don't worry, Doc. You don't worry your pretty little head about that. I'll park this bitch in my shop and let it sit for a year if I want to, because it's mine. So I don't have to work it every day if I don't want to. I don't have to work it every day if I choose not to. That's the benefit of being self-employed. And I wish some of the guys that are not self-employed, it's obvious that they're not because of the way they come at me. I don't have to run it every day. Just like Dirty said in one of the comments, one of the guys was saying, you know, I shouldn't have financed, I should have paid cash and all that. That just, you know, why would I pay, you know, why would I pay more money out cash than I have saved up on the machine that I've already made? When you make moves like this, and this is just my opinion, I have a disclaimer. When you make moves like this, it can affect the business hardcore. And if I had done, you know, the 45 grand was sitting in a bank account all off by itself. Well, I'll be honest, there was $44,000 in the bank account. Now there's $4,000 in that bank account. So now I got to transfer, you know, the 17K back over into that account. I haven't done it yet. I've deposited the money into the bank that's close by, and I'll just transfer it over to that account. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the $40,000 plus the $5,000 check that I wrote, that money was money set aside every single time. And I thought I talked about this a lot over the years that I've had Bobby. Every single time I did a skid steer job, I put money up. At first it was just a little fund, you know, to fix Bobby. Something went down. And y'all saw that happened, you know, that happened a little bit more in the beginning than I was comfortable with. So, but over the years, the fund kept going up. And the mere fact that the fund kept going up and I didn't have to and I'm just putting a little piece of each job. Say I do a $2,000 job or a $1,500 job, I might put $500 in the Bobcat account. You know, I put it all in the business account, and then I transfer some over. You know, every time I did a job. And just think about all the jobs that I've done that y'all know of. Every time I did a job, I put money aside. So that was another reason why I did not want to keep running my T190 hardcore like I did, because once I reached a certain amount of money in that account, I started realizing, and I started thinking to myself, well, hell, this freaking you know, maintenance account, right, done went from you know, 3,000 or 4,000, it's up to 25,000, 30,000, 35,000, 40,000, 45,000. I'm like, damn. So it no longer was a maintenance account. It was a buy a new machine account. Once it hit 25 or 30,000, I was like, oh my God, this is great. Because remember, the last 2 years I had the T190, I had no problems out of it, none. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. I got people coming into comments, and I know, well, first of all, on the comments, I feed off of that. So that's why I talk about it. I'm not worried about the comments, because I'm not going to change anything unless it really makes sense to me. I'm certainly not going to change anything on a comment from somebody that ain't showing me nothing, that's just talking, right? So, but I feed off the comments. They you know, somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, does not bank 45K, and then have the ability to let it all go and it not affect their business, their personal finances, or anything. I'm not feeling anything because the money is just was sitting there. I wasn't using it. I wasn't spending out of it. It was in a whole nother account. No debit card, no checks or nothing on that account. I mean, all I have is deposit slips for that account. So, and the only reason why I didn't pull it all the way out is they were able to close the account. So y'all see it, man. I got the big Husky 365 XP today. It's like 6 horsepower, man. So it's a very powerful saw. I got a 24-inch bar on it. I haven't cranked it up in a while, so I'm hoping I can get the damn thing to crank. Okay, y'all. So I just pulled up over here to where the tree is. I got a fire going and everything, but I'm gonna have to cut the chain link, and I'll probably cut it right here at this post, and then cut it at the other post. So I'm just gonna use, I could have brought a grinder, but I'm just gonna use my hand nips, man. Yeah, it'll be really easy to do time lapse. So I had a couple guys talking about I need to sharpen the chain, and I want to show y'all. Look how big these chips are how big those chips are. That means the saw's cutting good, and also means that the bar's not getting hot, but it's not smoking or nothing. If the chain were real dull, then it would be smoking and it wouldn't be throwing chips like that. Those are good sized chips. The thing is, this saw is just not strong enough. You know, I mean, it'll do it, but it ain't ideal. It's a big tree, man. So it's only a 20-inch saw. I couldn't get the damn Husky to start. So okay, y'all, so it's a little precarious right here. Well, you got water right there, right? You got jerky ray on the machine. You got this big behemoth stump. It's out, it's loose, but I need to get behind it to push it. What I may do is I may go on and cut it again. Now that I got it sitting up, I got wedges today. So if I cut it
Because right now, if I move it, it's going to roll down and hit the fence right there, and I won't be able to stop it because I don't have any good leverage points. Now I can bring the machine in here, right, and back into here, right, and then come forward this way. But if I get down in there, that's kind of tight, man, for the machine. And if I get down in there and I can't get it, then I got issues. It's just heavy and awkward. The machine, I think the machine can get it. If it was a flat ground, I'd get it. But see, I got to worry about hitting this fence, and I don't want to stick my chain saw in any of this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all dirt, man, and the chain will be ruined. Ideally, it'd be cool to be down in here and push it that way and out. But it's a little heavy for that, and well, I don't know my machine that well yet, so I don't know if that's something that it can do or not. Y'all see it, man. This thing will pick up some weight, man. Well, this is a real world application, you know. And this ain't no damn rotten tree or nothing. Look, that's solid, man. That is solid. That is, yeah. So y'all see, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'm not gonna get out of the machine, but y'all see that water right there? See how it's coming up out of the ground? It's dry as a bone. It hasn't rained in over a month. Now why is water coming out right there? There ain't no water line or nothing.
All right, y'all. So day 3 with the new skid steer. One of you guys came up with an original name, man. You know, I think I like it better than any of them. I don't remember who did. I'll give them a shout out when I go through my comments. Chuck, why not? I mean, Chuck sounds perfect, man. Good call. What the hell? Why? I didn't think of that shit. So Chuck and I did great today. I like it. I like Chuck. So y'all saw I got the rest of that tree up. It was kind of iffy in there. That ground is just crazy right there. I don't even understand it. There's some kind of underground stream right there or something. The ground stays wet right there. So, you know, I want to get some Velcro to put on the back of my phone to where I can Velcro the phone to the somewhere in there to where the phone's not. I don't like the phone not being in a spot where I can see it. Preferably, probably going to be somewhere close to the charging port. I don't like the drink holder thing right there in the machine. I mean, I got hit with drink a bunch. Yeah, I'm hungry, man. Later.